before, um, what's her name? Miss Scott. I forget her last name, not her first name. I forget her first name. Her last name, I think it's Scott. I forget when she said it, but I had already been saying it before. I said it in a different way, but this is a simpler way. But I give her props for her saying it on TV nationally. You can actually even go on YouTube or any place to type in. But if you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. So, and I, like I said before, I made up my mind about this years ago. This was when I was a teenager. I had made up my mind about this. What that simply means is, if you paying my bills, you keeping money in my purse, you making sure that I eat, sleep comfortably, that life is good, you are respecting me mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, sexually, financially, socially. You're making sure that no matter what, I'm good. At that point in time, yeah, you can start to ask me to do something. And depending on what it is, and if I'm not doing the right thing in that exact moment in time, you can even tell me what to do, so that, you know, if what you are doing is for my greatest and highest, it's actually for my greatest and highest good, that I'll actually sit back, take a step back, take a seat or several seats, like they say in Atlanta. And now listen to what you have to say, what you have to say. But if you're not doing those things, don't expect to be able to dictate and tell me nothing. Don't ever feel like you can do that. And unfortunately for this person, and fortunately for this person, that's exactly what they did. They tried to tell me what to do. They were it was a mess. But I can look at that person though, and that's what I mean when I say I'm a heterosexual female. I'm straight. And I say that because, again, each relationship, female related relationship I had, you know, was all masculine females. All masculine females that if you looked at them, you would actually think that they were actually men. That you wouldn't for 1 second think that they were female. That's first of all. Second of all, it's because when I look at the females and, you know, how they were, how they walked, how they talked, how they acted, how they thought, that how they processed things, smoking or drinking, what they wanted to do in life, and then I look at the men and put them together, there's no difference. If I look down my history line, they all meal together. Like they really do. They all meal together, no matter what sex they were. But I was in my room and I was working. I probably had finished doing some blogging and whatnot for my business. And out of the blue, you know, I was always looking for something else. You know, I was always looking for something different. I have no shame in it. I'll record a video at some point about it, or it'll come out in a video at some point. But I didn't graduate and get my high school diploma. I ended up leaving. I didn't want to. I felt like I had to for my own self-respect and my own dignity. So around this time that this happened, I didn't have a GED yet. I didn't have one yet. So because of family history, you know how my granddad ran house, ran family and all that, how he ran family and all that, he just didn't have a belief system. He just didn't have a belief system that a GED was the equivalent of having a high school diploma. To him, it was nothing, basically. And you were considered a bum. I mean, he didn't call me a bum specifically, but it's just that's how he described from the time we were, you know, my mama would say tater tots. That's how he would describe a person that didn't have a high school diploma. That being said, that's how I felt. I mean, I was very accomplished. I really was. I had done so much. I ain't being funny, with probably way more than what my mom's side of the family or my dad's side of the family had ever done business-wise. And I do mean business-wise. I don't mean hustling. I mean business-wise. You know, I was that chick And a part of me knew it, but at the same time, I wanted more. You know, I felt like I needed more. So I went back online. I had ran away from a scam previously that I had lost $300 in before I started phone sex. And after I found out through somebody else that it wasn't a scam, they tried it, wasn't a scam. I did it, and that was it. That's all I needed. I was that chick. I've been doing it for free. I've been honestly doing it for free since I was 13, honestly. And when I really got it myself, you know, in there, when I wasn't working or while I was working also, I was constantly researching, I was learning. And then I came across 3 very good companies that taught me a lot. Not a lot, but enough for me to be able to take the templates I took from them and be able to create my own thing. And from there, I was golden. Well, one day I was, like I said, looking and searching for something else to do or whatnot. And needless to say, I came across a webcam site, and I saw these people. And you know, some sites are set up so they're private, so you can't really go in without having an account. Well, I came across the first one that you didn't need an account. All you had to do was just click on the person's room. It would open up and whatnot. And that's it, you know. I mean, you couldn't talk or whatever. And even if you did, you know, I didn't know this back then, but I know now that, you know, there's usually 3 boxes, especially if you're working directly through a site. And that's what they were doing. And eventually that's what I did. When you're working directly through a site that's taking care of everything for you and whatnot, it's 3 boxes. The one box is free chat, and you can actually sit and talk to people, like typing, or sit with your microphone and talk. Then you got that other box that's for everybody to be able to come in. So multiple people, no limit on how many people come in and sit and talk to you. And that's usually called private chat. And then there's the other box, the exclusive box. And an exclusive box is, well, private chat is when you go into private chat, as in somebody takes you to a show and they're being charged, and money is being taken out of the money that they have added to their account on the site. And you know, as long as they're in that private, no matter what's going on, long as you don't disrupt the connection, and they don't disrupt the connection, you're being paid however much. And I'm not being funny, but it's not a lot. So don't anybody for 1 second think I'm gearing you up right now and I'm saying, yeah, you want to make some fast money? Yeah, go up. No. You go in with that intention and you don't have any backer money. No, don't do that. Even if you do have backer money, you don't have to do that. You can do it yourself, or you can get somebody to create something private for yourself, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm creating my home that I'll have just in case, or if the wind decides to blow, or whatever the situation may be. But excuse me, yeah. And I click on these different rooms. I'm like, oh wow. I mean, at first I thought it was just porn, right? You know, just like any other porn website. But it's like, no, it's actually a human on the other side, moving around, talking, half naked, fully clothed. You know, people have their own styles, you know, just like what I'm sitting here doing with you guys right now. I got this daggone bonnet on, I got this daggone, whatever you want to call it. I use it as a nightgown, if I need a nightgown, that is. But whatever, however, you know, it was so cool. And my mom was great at that time. I mean, she was starting to get sick, but you know, she was still up and around though. When I called her, it was like, "Mom, come here, come here." She said, "What? What's going on?" Look, you know, we're both sitting here looking at this other human being walk around, you know, lingerie and whatnot. And you know, we sat and we looked at different rooms, different people, how they did their thing. And that became a sad thing for me, you know, to just sit back,